What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix exclusive Cheetor. So this is a Walmart exclusive. I was able to get this at Walmart. There was a whole bunch of other ones I didn't pick up, but they're out right now. So you can get the sparkless bots. You can get kind of all those battle worn Transformers from Siege, but I'm not really interested in those. I was interested in this because it is very G1. They've recolored it a little bit, so we're going to take a look at this. But here is the figure. It really stands out in person. It's much better than, I believe, the original in terms of the colors. But let's take a look. That color on the blue and the face and the head sculpt look a lot better than the original. I just like that darker color. You get that more vibrant head for the cheetah, which we'll see more in the cheetah mode, obviously. Same blue ear. Even the leopard spots pop a little bit more and look a little bit better overall. Here's the back. Overall, really nice looking robot mode. Obviously, it does come with the one accessory, which is his tail. It does look a little bit better because it's a darker plastic and the spots are also a little bit darker. And yeah, I just think it is much better done than the original. So there you go. He looks good. So let's go over his articulation. It is the same, but I am going to just go really quick. So the head is on a ball joint. It is set really far back. So you end up with this little bit of weird looking, but it does rotate. You do have to lift it above this corner here. But you can rotate all the way around and go up to there, down to there. So that's nice since he's a smaller character. You can move these in and out and kind of out of the way. And these shoulders can have a little bit of a butterfly joint. Rotate all the way around, although they're hindered by this. And there's a rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees. You have a rotation at the wrist. And that's really it for the arms. Let's get this out of the way. You have a rotation at the waist, really nice and tight. Everything's tight on this. The legs go up to there, forward to there, back only this far. It's hindered by its own molding here. You have less than 90 degrees at the knees. It is hindered here, again, by its own mold. You would think that they would have cleared a little bit more space there, but that's all you get. And then the ankles go back to there, forward to there, and then pivot both directions. Not much that way, but plenty this way. So that's kind of the direction you need anyway. And there he is next to the Kingdom Optimus Primal, and that looks really good. I think this looks a lot better than the original. The color scheme just fits in a lot better because it's a darker yellow. It just tends to look a little bit more menacing. The original one was just too light. So I think this looks a lot better with Optimus Primal and the rest of the collection. All right, now let's get Cheetor transformed into his beast mode. And it is the same transformation, but I'm still going to go over it so you can kind of see any differences as I transform it in terms of the colors and paint. All right, so basically exactly the same transformation. Go ahead and take the head, lift it up, rotate it around, and get it into that spot right there. We're going to lift up and out on this head. It is kind of tricky. You got to get it off of, first open up these panels here. Then get it off of this peg while also lifting it up and out like that. And that's going to fit over the top of his head and basically cover up his head. Now I'm going to take his arms and his body, and we can take this, fold it down, and then bring the hand the other way so it looks like that. Same on this side, bring the arm in. And you're going to take this peg, and that's going to fit into the other side. So we're going to peg those arms together. And then rotate the hand the other direction. And now we can take the chest, close that up, and he's going to basically peg in together on the bottom and kind of hold up all this as well. You can come to the back here, take this foot, rotate it into the leg while rotating out this beast leg. And it does kind of peg in there, so make sure you rotate all the way in. And just adjust these. You can take the tail, and that's going to plug into the back here. Go ahead and take his arms, rotate those down, and there is Cheetor transformed up into his beast mode. And a good looking beast mode. I do have him kind of mistransformed in order to allow this kind of sitting pose. He doesn't really sit, so I just, you're really supposed to push these in all the way, which prevents you from folding these feet. So you kind of have to have him straight, and when you put him straight, you can't really see his mouth open. And unfortunately, you can't articulate this head. It looks like it does articulate, but it doesn't actually articulate. Like, you can't rotate it. And you can't also bring it up and down. So if you want that head kind of pointed upwards, you got to bring the back legs down. But either way, here is the Cheetah mode. Pretty nice looking face sculpt there. You got the nice green eyes with the black stripes and details. Here's the side. Looks pretty good. I mean, you do have to have him in a certain pose in order for him to not look weird. And that's the pose you kind of need him in. Otherwise, he'll just look kind of strange. Here's the back. Pretty clean, pretty good looking Cheetah mode overall. He does have the same articulation as the original. So this is on a just ball joint, but also a rotating pin here. You have the legs go back to there and forward to there. Not that much, actually. The foot is on a ball joint, so it rotates all the way around. It goes down to there and up to there. So plenty of movement on the foot. You can get kind of a walking pose if you needed to. Things don't necessarily work on the back legs like that. It's harder to get a walking pose out of these. But for the back legs, you have a rotation here. Goes up to there, back to there, way back. Mostly for transformation. You can move this, but then it kind of starts moving these panels. So you really want to just move this back part here. This leg can move back to there and forward to there. And then again, you have the foot on a ball joint that goes up to there, back to there, and then rotates around. Final thoughts on the Netflix Cheetor. I think he's definitely better than the original Cheetor that they put out in the Kingdom line. The colors are better. The blue pops. The face colors look a lot better. The cheetah head looks even better, so I really think it was a good decision to re-release him with just better colors. He also fits in better with his counterparts from the Kingdom line. It's still limited. They haven't really improved anything. One thing that kind of bugs me is the sculpt of the weapon makes it very limited on how you can pose him, because most of the time it looks very odd. And then same for the hands and the arms. There's some things that make it limited. But other than that, it's a good release. I'm glad that they recolored it. I think it looks better in these colors, honestly. So I do recommend it if you are looking for Cheetor for your Kingdom collection. I think this is the better one to have. That's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.